Hi everyone, my name is Pilot Build Cities, but you can call me Pilot, and welcome to my build in the Skyline6 European Adventure. Couldn't be more excited to join a bunch of fabulous creators bringing you this European adventure as we build our each individual areas and collaborate on this series. So very happy to be here. Special thanks to the Skyline6 crew for inviting me. We've got Cities by Steven, Flyvox, Joy Build Cities, Raid Kitty, Thunda, and Shukaboya. Also joined by several fabulous guest builders: Brad Play Cities, Few Candy, Brian Pickle, Teddy Radko, Cello, Sardis, Conflict Nerd, and Dirty H. So I'll be building in this area here, and I'll be drawing some inspiration from some of my favorite places to visit in Europe, mostly Switzerland and France. We'll be taking inspiration from Zurich, Geneva Airport, as well as a small French town called Ferney-Voltaire. And yeah, I'm really excited to be building European-style City Skylines 1 and to be on such a colorful and beautiful map. So pretty excited to be here. Let's dive right in. Alright, so let's get started building our airport. So I was looking around in a few areas of where we wanted to build, and yeah, we're going to be trying to build in a very sort of space constrained way because we don't want to do too much terraforming on the map. And also we want to make sure that we're kind of just really respecting the terrain that's around it, even if the airport's DLC doesn't really do a good job of that. But yeah, I was kind of looking around in a few different areas, and I think this is what is really going to work well for what we're trying to accomplish today. So we have our airport to build, and then we'll build our small little town kind of right next to it. So I'm thinking what we can probably do is fit the runway in kind of right in here, and we'll try and build along one of the contours here, and you can kind of see how these ones kind of run together into this pit. So I think we can kind of build around this hill, and then we'll just try and find a good place to put our terminal as well. And again, we'll try and sort of blend it into the terrain the best we can, but also still sort of maybe putting the terrain back to where it was afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and get the area prepped. Alright, so I quickly just put in the runway and taxiway as well, because I think now that we kind of have these in place, we can kind of take a look and see, okay, so is this going to work? So we have a pretty clear area for coming in this direction, and then if we kind of face the other way as well, there is a little bit of obstacles, but I think, again, as I mentioned in some other videos before, when deciding runway placement, one thing you can also consider is that airplanes would have very specific procedures for taking off from here. You can kind of imagine that they'd probably be able to take off and then turn this way on the departure path so that they would avoid some of this built up terrain. And often too, if there's any concerns about climb gradients or rising terrain, most airports, airlines, and airplanes will have specific procedures for any sort of emergencies in case of a loss of engine and those kinds of things. So it's something I gotta deal with a lot. Not so much the engine failure part, but just having the procedures in place before every departure. We're always aware of what our procedures will be in case of a loss of engine. So I think we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more space here for our terminal. And I think the best way to do that is probably just to go this direction again, kind of just picking up this terrain that we've picked, or this terrain height, I should say, because it's kind of seemingly doing the least amount of changing to our area. We will just have to kind of cut a little bit into here, I think, just to give ourselves some room for our taxiways. But yeah, I think we can kind of, again, we're just going to build a very small basic airport. I don't think we're going to get anything too crazy that would be an international airport in here. So I think a small terminal will work fine. So now that we have our sort of space there, let's pick out a terminal, and I think we're going to go with the modern terminal, and we'll just do again like the signal story, and we'll try and place it basically almost right at the edge of the airport area before it kind of complains at us. And so we'll see if we can kind of fit it maybe right about here. I think in this corner is going to be where we want it. And I think this is a part of, yes, a part of the right terminal there. So again, we're working with a little constrained space. So let's grab some concourse. Let's just see if we maybe just bring this right out to here for now. And again, same thing, we'll extend this way and we'll try and see if we can fit a decent amount of gates in this little area here. And I think what we'll do is we'll kind of go with the idea of some medium aircraft stands. We'll put these right into our airport concourse, and we'll leave a little bit of space in between for those ground vehicles to get around. And so we'll kind of fit, looks like probably about 3 there. And then I think we'll grab the small aircraft stands and we'll put them on this side. And I think we can fit probably maybe even 1 here and 1 here. And then we can just sort of trim back the concourse there. And I think that's going to sort of work fairly well. And then with our taxiway system again, if we just grab maybe from this node, we can sort of bring an entrance into our apron here, and maybe even just another one here. And we want to make sure we can also give them a way to get out. So I think connecting into here and these two together should work well. And then we can even sort of try and give a couple different options as well. Another one here, and I can get that going here in just a second. So we'll kind of just take out that taxiway briefly. We'll get this one connected. So it would take a lot of coordinating on the controller's part, but I think we'll have a good amount of aircraft stands here. And let's just give ourselves a teeny tiny bit more space just to get that taxiway hooked in. And let's grab the taxiway. And I think, well, I might as well put that there too. I think that's going to work. So we have an exit there. We could probably even put one. Yeah, we could put one there. Might as well. And exit there, entrance there. So I think that should work. We could almost make this a way in as well, but I think that's going to be enough. So we won't put any large aircraft stands in, but yeah, I think that is basically how you can sort of fit in an airport, even in a bit of a challenging space. All right, we've placed our tower. It's got a good sight line of the whole airfield here, and I think we'll catch a ride with an airplane taking off and enjoy our quickly built but fully functional airport. Well, with our airport in place and ready to go, let's get busy on building our roadway connections to the highway here. We're also going to make sure we have a train connection that will hook into this rail line over here. And then we'll get to building our little farm town kind of all in this area. So really excited to get started.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world.
Alright, so now that we have our interchange in place, I'd like to build a tiny little bit of an orchard, and we do have some fertile land here if I can find the right tab. So yeah, I'd like to place down a farm, so let's grab ourselves a road first. And we'll just use the gravel road, and let's just see if we can get this info view back on. So we'll place that out like so. Then I think we'll just grab the farming main building here, just so that we can get the area going. And then we'll make it a industry area as well, and just kind of fill in this whole area with it. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we will grab just a couple of the fruit tree fields. Let's do the large fruit field. And it's gonna complain at me that the slope is too steep, but that is okay because I can just use anarchy and then we're fine. So I think we'll place maybe just 2, and then I think we'll just have to move some of this stuff so it's not overlapping on each other. But yeah, I think right about there should work. And then what we can do is, I think, let's take a look. We have the orange tree here, or there's apple or pears. I think I'm gonna go with orange because it's the most colorful here. So what we can do is go into our landscaping menu, and we'll just grab some search function actually should work, orange. And maybe not there. Orange. See if I can just get the individual tree. There we go. And then we'll just kind of measure right next to them. I think it's about 4 if I remember correctly. That might be a little close. Let's try 5, 6. Get the camera in the right angle. Yeah, 6 should work. And we have block forestry on, so it won't disrupt the fertile land. But I'll go ahead and we'll kind of just fill out this whole area with some orange trees. Alright, so I filled that all with orange trees, and then just kind of use this tree border pattern to kind of round it off. But I think to finish it off, what I'd like to do is just kind of build a little bit maybe of an entranceway here that kind of connects maybe even into a bit of our airport area here. So I think we'll have a bit more of a gravel road. I think is probably going to be the best option, just kind of looking through the different roads we have available to us. And then we'll sort of just bring them through here. And then kind of right around the border there, we'll kind of try and transition into more of a normal road, just to kind of show that difference between the two areas. So we'll bring this out to about here, and we'll clean up the bumps here in just a second. But yeah, we do need a parking area for our airport, so we'll kind of just probably connect into there. And then we'll maybe even just bring this road right up, but not quite to the edge there. And this will be our little parking area, which we'll kind of clean up a little bit later, and probably a time lapse as we kind of go through and do some more of the details. But I'm just going to slope that node while I'm here because it's going to drive me nuts if I don't. And I think we'll just see too, can I sort of just take down that offset? I might even just move the node a little bit. And he says don't fiddle with stuff until a time lapse, but he's going to do it anyway. So yeah, there we go. That way it's just that nice little transition. But yeah, I think what we would have up here maybe is some parking. So let's just see what we have for parking assets. In here we do have the carports from mid-century modern, which would probably work really well here. So yeah, let's grab just a handful of these as well. And oh, these are really small. Oh, this is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, this one. So we'll kind of have these carports, and actually what I should do is just try and turn off our terrain flattening. So let's do no flattening. We'll just kind of see how these look. This might be a little bit too steep. So what we'll do instead is we'll just we'll move these up top here instead in this area where it does seem a little bit flatter, and we'll just have some parking here for people to sort of visit. You can kind of do maybe a choose your own, I was gonna say choose your own adventure, but sort of choose your own products basically. And just seeing that this is crying out for a little bit of storage as well, so I should probably just quickly throw down something so that these can store our goods there. But yeah, and then I think in this area it would be nice to maybe just build a little bit of a scenic park kind of idea. So it's very sloped, but what we'll do is we'll grab our park fence and we'll just sort of have it border this tree line here, like so. And be very simple. We'll just grab a little gravel path, and maybe, you know, you can come here and take some graduation photos or something like that. I know that Ray had built that beautiful wedding venue, so I don't really need to include an area like that over here. But yeah, just something, you know, a little bit nice. Maybe it's just, you know, for an event or high school graduation celebration or something like that. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of rearrange the path like so, and maybe have that come there as well. And then let's just see what we have for some of the smaller custom. We do have the tulips, but these are very small. So let's just see what we have. Oh, we do have these olive trees. So maybe we'll line this at a nice spacing of 10. And we'll just sort of bring these down, maybe even a bit wider. Ooh, not 56. Like so. We'll just have it sort of follow this path like that. And then we'll kind of see what else we have for maybe just some smaller items again. Maybe just take all these filters off. And we do have these great little bushes, and I want to just find one that has maybe even just some of these cherry blossom type trees. Yeah, these are really nice. Again, we just want to give a little bit of color to this area. I've been building a lot in winter and other sort of maps, so it is nice to have a little bit of color to bring into this area here. So we'll bring these around as well. Maybe just place one in there too. And yeah, then we could also just maybe take some bigger trees like the live oak. We can kind of really make it bigger with a little bit of some tree anarchy here as well. And yeah, you know, just a little area like that to kind of walk, and we can maybe even just grab a few benches as well, just to have somewhere for people to sit and enjoy just this little bit of outdoor space and nature near our airport. Even, you know, some of our aviation enthusiasts could come here and maybe stand up top and grab some photos of some airplanes landing. So but yeah, that's basically all I kind of wanted to do for this little orchard area. Alright, so next I'd really like to lay out the road layout for our little town over here. So I'm just going to grab this road, and I've given it a slight road diet as well. And let's see if I can just sort of build with our contours on as well, if I can find that option. There it is. And so grab the road, grab the contours, and yeah, we've obviously got a lot of slope terrain going on here, so we'll see what we can sort of work with. But I think we'll bring this probably down to ground level, and we'll just sort of try and cross our terrain lines, kind of working our way down along the highway here, and sort of just working with the terrain that we have. And I think we'll bring it probably right about to there on this side, and then kind of coming back up over here as well. really aggressive terrain. So let's maybe branch off from here as well, and we'll just sort of head this way too. And let's go up over this way, and yeah, we'll sort of work with this. I think it's very slopey, but we'll get it fixed. And I think while we're here, let's get our train sort of placed in. So this area is relatively flatter. So let's see if we can find a good train station to have here. I'm thinking of one in particular, because I wouldn't mind having a couple transfer options, and I think it's in the hubs here. But we have this bus tram train hub, and so it's a little slightly overkill maybe for what we need, but I think we'll grab it anyways, and we'll move it back to right about here. And this way we can sort of run, I think, a tram line sort of along our city for some spots. And we can also get some buses from here to the airport, since I don't think it's going to make too much sense to run the train right to the airport with the crazy terrain. I just think it's probably going to be a little bit easier, maybe a little more realistic, if we sort of just run it along. Just connect that in like that for now. Yeah, if we just run a bus from this train station. So let me get that hooked up, and we'll get some of our roads fixed, and then we'll be back. All right, so we got a bunch of things hooked up now. We've got trains running. It goes right through to Raid Kitty's station here, and then into the Glassbox station that Flyvox has going. And that should be enough connections for people to make their way up to the airport. I'll also run a bus probably from here to the airport, and then we might even just run one down the highway. We don't really have a good connection into Stevens area here, so that might be something that someone else might want to consider at some point. Or yeah, but we've got our functioning airport going. We've got our little bit of our orchard here as well. I did put some road networks down over here. We're gonna do some European low density housing over here as well, maybe a little bit in this area, just little pockets, and then we're gonna build a bit of a university and features area here, and then again we'll kind of try and just fill out a little bit of residential and commercial as best we can along here, and then we'll probably do a little tiered high density as well. But yeah, and then we'll have our trams kind of running through this area as well. And yeah, I think what the best thing to do is to probably just start building and commentate where needed, and yeah, then we'll be back. Alright, so this area is actually really coming together well. I did build some of it off camera, sorry, just because I was doing some micro detailing and kind of fidgeting with stuff. So we'll kind of just review what we have done, and then I will show you what we have left to do before we finish off today's episode. But yeah, just kind of let all this area zone in with a lot of European style buildings. I ran the tram down the middle. If you've ever been to Zurich, there's a bit of a neighborhood that kind of runs along a river that has a lot of tram roads and these high density European buildings. So I kind of was drawing inspiration from that. Also over here, these are our pedestrian only cobblestone roads. So I use these as well, just because again in Zurich, they have some pedestrian only roads that people live on. So yeah, there's a lot of Zurich inspiration here as well. This church kind of reminded me of, I think it's Fraumunster or Großmunster. I can't say it with the proper accent, but yeah, so that's there. And then this is kind of that inspiration from the little castle chateau in our little French city as well, near the France and Switzerland border. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it's all coming together, really colorful. Just a little bit of weird terrain issue here where the trees are dead, so I'm not sure what happened there, but hopefully they'll come back to life. But yeah, this whole area is really coming to life really well. We do get a little bit of traffic back up every once in a while, but there's a lot of people moving in and everything like that, so it might need another interchange or something over here. But yeah, so that's all that's kind of left. Is our final little bit of inspiration, again, comes from Zurich. It's called the Green City, I believe. And basically it's a part that's right outside of the town. It's got a train station. I actually stayed there when I visited Zurich, and it's all a lot of newer buildings. So that's what we're going to be focusing on here. And I think what I'm going to take advantage of is our wall-to-wall buildings. So if we come out of that view, I'm just going to pause because we might change this road design just a little bit. But again, we've got some really slopey terrain here to deal with. Pilot picked a really good spot to build on. But anyways, so let's grab our 2-lane road and we'll just sort of turn on our snapping, and we'll just kind of bring this road up the hill a little bit as well. We'll just kind of stop it there at the top and line those up, and then I think I'll just bring it across just to kind of round it off. And yeah, I think we'll also just come in maybe to move it real quick, and we'll see if we can just slope the nodes a little bit better. So we'll do the slope object here. See how that kind of worked. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. So we'll do the same thing. We'll grab all our nodes on this side, and we'll take that off and slope these as well. And yeah, then we'll kind of just grab a few of our wall-to-wall buildings. So let's see what we have here. Let's go for some residential. I think I like these ones a lot, and let's go with a level 1. Well, actually, we're using game anarchy, so let's just go straight to level 4. Why not? We'll kind of just plop a few of them next to each other and just kind of see how these sit on the terrain. Again, I can kind of make some adjustments in our final detailing time lapse, but yeah, I think we'll just sort of work these down the hill, and then maybe here we'll do a little bit of the wall-to-wall commercial instead. And let's just see what these ones, I think something a little bit lower density will work. So let's do these here, and turn off anarchy and put maybe collision isn't on either. Yeah, we'll put a couple here as well, and I think I'll just use move it to slide this one over, and then place a couple there, and then we'll kind of see if we can build a little bit of a pedestrian square there. Again, we're working with some rather challenging terrain, so I'm not entirely sure what we'll be able to fit in there. But yeah, I think that will be how we'll finish off this area. I think we'll kind of take out some of the trees here maybe as well, and just get a little bit more space for some housing. So we'll grab, move it, and just take those out for now. And let's see what else we have, and then we'll kind of just blend the rest of this tram facility in. And yeah, we may just extend a little bit more over into this area as well, just to kind of give ourselves a bit of a bigger neighborhood. And then yeah, after that I'll finish off the detailing of the airport, and then we'll review our episode with some hopefully beautiful cinematics.
At 29 and I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never.
All right, well, I have to say I'm really pleased with how this has come together. I did unfortunately lose just a tiny bit of footage, technical problem, when building up this first little bit of the area. So what I basically did was plopped mostly residential and some commercial and office wall-to-wall buildings here. And then this is just based on the Green City neighborhood in Zurich, which is just south of the main part of the city. So yeah, it's a newer development, so I really like the contrasting idea between the newer buildings and the older European styles. So yeah, just a lot of little path detailing, some rocks, of course. They really helped with the terrain in this area, which I was really happy with. But yeah, overall, I'll say this neighborhood really came together how I like. The tram is getting quite a bit of good use, which is great. So I did place these Green Cities townhomes kind of in the back. I think they're 1x2s. And that just helped get some workers over here as well. So again, slightly distracted by all the people who came off that tram. It's impressive. So but yeah, and then if we kind of come over to this side, we finished detailing the airport as well. And we've got a few hangars, the fuel station as well. So that kind of helped level up the area. I did use Anarchy to put the planes in the hangars as well, which is nice, worked out well, and then kind of ran this road from in behind here just to have a connection to the services there. So and then yeah, I think the only thing I added that wasn't there was just the aprons and the airport lounges. Other than that, everything was kind of already there. And then just finished off the parking area here, really simple, with some parking lots and a plaza as well. And yeah, really just simple but nice detailing, I think. And I really love the double-decker buses coming down here as well. So overall, pretty happy with how this area is coming together. I did also down here place the flags for all the creators and gave a little special park to Thunda. So we miss you, Thunda. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, just really wanted to have something a little special there for him as well. So, but yeah, overall, I'd say this really came together how I wanted. And I was really privileged to be a part of this collab series. And I really appreciate the Skyline6 for inviting me along for the ride. Great community there, and they've been very welcoming to me since I became a creator. So it was an honor and a privilege to be a builder in this collab, and I'm really pleased with how it has come together, and I can't wait to see what everyone else has in store next. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. Appreciate you all for being here today or whenever you decide to watch the video, and check out my channel for more content. So take care. Bye-bye.